Hey everyone. I had the pleasure of attending a very intriguing session at the South by Southwest conference called Exploring Space and Poetry with NASA. And I want to share some of the fascinating insights from that experience with you. At first glance, space exploration and poetry seems like they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. But honestly, this session reveals something so beautiful that at their core, both are about exploring the unknown and expressing the inexpressible. To me, poetry lets us articulate feelings and thoughts that are very hard to pin down. And space exploration pushes the boundaries of what we know about the universe. We had a wonderful speaker, Ada Limon, a poet who spoke at the session. And she spoke so beautifully that poetry is all about embracing the mystery of our existence. This idea really struck with me because it's similar to what scientists do. They embrace the unknown, asking questions that we don't really have the answers to yet. We also had the pleasure of hearing NASA's Dr. Lori Glaze talk about the ice covered moon Europa and how there might be life in its subsurface oceans. And honestly, the coolest part, them sending a spacecraft with a microchip carrying like 2.6 million signatures and having a poetic gesture sent to the moons of Jupiter seems extremely, extremely intriguing. The session made a very intriguing comparison between poetry and spacecrafts. Honestly, both are ways we explore unknown territories because whether it's like the vastness of space or the depths of human emotion, both require curiosity and the courage to face potential failure. And the poem, which was written by Ada Limon, We Too Are Made of Water, really highlights the connection to the universe that we have. And she emphasized on who she includes in we. Is it just us humans? Is it all the living beings that exist in nature? Or if it's the vastness of space or the depths of human emotion? From water in our bodies to the potential water on distant moons, we are all somehow interconnected. Coming from a background in design and culture, this session was amazing. NASA's blend of science and art really shows that creativity has no bounds. It is not confined to a canvas or a lab. It is a vital part of how we understand the world and vice versa. This session was so powerful that it was a reminder that art and science are not just complementary, but they're actually intertwined. They both reflect and enhance our view of the world. And by integrating poetry with space exploration, NASA truly shows that how it is to connect with people. You need more than just facts and figures, but you also need stories and emotions. And in conclusion, NASA's exploration of space and poetry is a true testament to the power of combining different fields to enrich our understanding of the universe and ourselves. It is honestly a reminder that in a world increasingly driven by technology, the human element, the stories and emotions that art and poetry convey, is also as important as discoveries. I had a great time at the conference and listening to the poem, which is going to go on the spacecraft to the moon of the Jupiter, seems so emotional. It got me so teary eyed and it gave me goosebumps that I did not expect from my first ever South by Southwest conference. Once again, thank you so much for listening. And I hope you are as inspired as I am by the endless possibilities that come from looking at the stars and finding poetry among them. Thank you so much once again.